So we talked about in an earlier video how we can very easily get to a lot of websites by using Classlink. But what happens if it's not working? There are other options. So let's say we want to go to Google Drive because we have some of our work there. So I'm going to go to my browser Safari app. And I'm going to type google.com. Google.com. And I can even save that if I want to. But that one's pretty easy for even me to remember. But we aren't going to save it anyway because we're practicing saving all our little websites. Now, if you notice, I am not signed in, okay? And when I go to sign in, I have to make sure I choose the correct sign in for school. So just like, your parents or anybody else who already uses Google, they may have several accounts. Some we use at home, and we definitely have a particular one that we use at school. So I'm going to sign in with the button there. And the My Polk app, since it has Polk for Polk County, that tells me we are in the right place, Polk County Public Schools, for school. So, as it says here, to log in, student usernames should be in either of these forms, your username or username at mypolkschools.net. Okay, so since it just says username, we're going to try that. And our password. Now, I always want you to get in the habit of double checking up here, even if you just signed in, because sometimes, especially on iPads, if you have more than one Google account, it'll just flip the switch and go to a different one. And you're like, no, I wanted my school one. So I'm going to tap on my face for my profile so I can double check and see how I'm signed in. Now, if you notice, it says manage your Google account. So if I wasn't in my school one, I could click there to change it. Or right here, here's it's like a professional home one that I use. So I'm glad I'm not signed into that because that says Gmail. We at school use mypolkschools.net. So I'm in the right place, and I always want you to check because if things don't work right, it's usually that. Okay, so I'm signed in correctly. Now, this screen doesn't look like our Google Drive. Okay, it just looks like, when we search for Google, which we could do that if that's what we were doing, if that was our task. But up here, you have a waffle icon, or that's what we call it. It's like 9 little dots, and that's where you can get to everything that's Google for you. So I'm going to tap that. Notice I've got lots of things to check out. And anytime you're at home and you want to check these out, feel free. But where did we say we needed to always go to create in Google? That's right, Google Drive. If I were to just create other things in other places, it would still live in my cloud, but I wouldn't be able to find it. And I like to be organized, and I like you to be organized as well. So we're going to go to our Google Drive.